everybody, Caden here today with another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today, we're back to do some stuff, because, I mean, you know, we do things on this series. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, we're back. And I've done a bit of work on the exhibit since then. One thing I did, and I actually really like this for some reason, is I made this little, like, gravel andesite pathway to the two exhibit gates, which I like. Also, Gistornis, the murder ducks. They're cool. Anyway, as you can see, I kind of finished off the pathway back here. I took out the horses, so it's not just quaggas in here. And one of the biggest things you can see is I worked on our elevated pathway over there. I also put in some rocks and stuff. Basically, I did a lot more finishing touches. I haven't gone through and done the foliage, obviously, and people were suggesting I do a barn. I'll do a barn, don't worry about it, guys. Anyway, so as you can see, a bit more stuff has actually happened since last episode with like the pathways and stuff. I'm still not quite sure on how the final product's gonna look, but I'm getting some ideas. But anyway, I'm still not sure about the fence, the railing here either yet. That's also still very much work in progress. But as you can see, I've kind of got some ideas of how these elevated paths are gonna look, and I really like this one. I really like that it just is this like, you know, nice, cool, high up view of the quaggas. I think it's gonna look awesome. I also think we need to put more quaggas in all honesty. I think we need like maybe 3 or 4 more. Might go up to 12 quaggas, because I mean, I looked at it. This exhibit's huge. It's bigger than the entirety of the bug house. It's bigger than the Platybelodon exhibit. It's comparable to some of our large dinosaur exhibits. And I just built this for horses, which is insane. Anyway, though, today's episode, what we're going to be focusing on, I believe, we'll be trying to build our Elasmotherium exhibit, which is going to be going over here. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly how big this one's going to be, knowing me, though, and how I'm doing all these exhibits. It's going to be big, most likely. I don't think it's going to quite stretch all the way over there, but it's probably going to include all of this. This walkway is going to go over and then probably come over to here a bit and then maybe up to where the trees start here, I guess. We'll kind of see where we end up putting it. But it's going to be a fairly large exhibit. I'd like to put a couple of them in here, and they're big animals, so I feel like that works. And then as for other things, I'm not quite sure yet what's going to go on. I'm thinking, I know originally my plan was to put exhibits over here, but I've kind of realized now that since I'm filling in the river anyway, right? We can just put a lot of the animals where the river is. Like, so say we put something like a fence going between this area and the fence, right? So that's kind of like where the Elasmotherium exhibit ends. Maybe we put like another little fence divider or something, some plants there. And then this area over here could very easily be another exhibit, and this one could be another exhibit, and so on and so forth. So I've kind of got a bit more of an idea of what we're kind of doing with the whole thing. But anyway, yes, Elasmotherium's today's project, which is actually going to be a lot of work, I'm realizing now, because not only do I need to probably finalize more of a walkway design, we need to do pylons for the entire walkway. We need to figure out where the walkway is going to go that way, because this is where the Megalania is going. We also need to work on filling in most of this water, and then chopping down trees, setting up a fence back there, setting up a fence around here. And yeah, it's it's a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, I think this will be a pretty cool episode, so I think I'm gonna cut here. We're gonna come back when I think I've done a bit of progress. Hopefully, I think I'm just gonna start with trying to fill in a lot of the terrain, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds. All right, guys, we are back, and I'm starting over here, but I have done some pretty good progress if we head over this ridge on our Elasmotherium exhibit, because see, we've got lots of stuff. It's mostly, whoops, we gotta get back up now. That's unfortunate. But we got lots of stuff done now. So the pathway was moved here and here and here and redone like 2 or 3 times over here, but I finally got it set up. In fact, I've kind of got the perimeter for the entire enclosure kind of established. I also, if you notice that the water looks a bit different than the last clip, it's because I'm kind of messing around with the shader a bit. And I may have removed all the color from the water just to see if I liked it, and I do actually kind of like how it looks, so I might stick with that. We'll see what happens with that. Anyway. So as you can see here, we got that walkway going off this direction, and we got the fence connecting up to about here, where I might do a bit more of a rock wall to kind of like separate the animal that's going, the Elasmotheriums, which are going to be on this side, with whatever goes on the other side. We got the fence heading this way underneath the path, and then that's going to continue on with our normal kind of fence in that direction, or that'll just be a rock wall as well. We'll see. And then I think one thing I still need to do is basically make the back perimeter fence that will kind of connect up to there. And the Elasmotherium exhibit's also going to be really big. It's gonna be bigger than the quagga exhibit. Like, I don't know what it is with these mammalian exhibits, but for some reason I'm giving them huge areas. So we might need to go, maybe before we hit episode 100, we're gonna go renovate some more of the dinosaur stuff, give them a bit more space like we've been planning. But anyway, a couple other things I want to show off. One is, well, I haven't quite finished that side there. You know what, we can do that real quick. So we just need to chuck that like that, and then and then All right, there we go. So as you can see, I kind of have done a couple different styles here. So we got the typical style we did over on the quagga side of the fence, where it's the pathway, and then we have every 5 blocks a support beam with a fence in it. And I figured that kind of makes sense. I think you'd have more support beams if you're putting a fence down to kind of make the fence sturdier, make it stronger, stuff like that. But I didn't want to do that for the areas where we're going to have the walkways going through exhibits, because this isn't the only area where that's going to happen. I think the Megalania exhibit's going to have walkways going through the exhibit, probably the Smilodon exhibit as well, so, or the Terror Birds, I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening, but basically I realized I need a different kind of design for that, so I basically just did the same pathway I did over there, put them, I think, every like 11 blocks, because it left like one in the middle. Anyway, but yeah, I did about every 11 blocks there's one support beam, which I think gives a good enough window that, you know, animals are going to easily be able to navigate between the sides of the enclosure. But I decided to throw in some extra blocks here and some extra wooden fences to kind of add a bit more support to the fence, or to the walkway, kind of making it look a bit sturdier, so that way it doesn't look quite so flimsy when it's finished. But I really like this. I love how this is coming together as like an exhibit idea. Just this whole, you know, well, and I think it's again, much like when I was talking about the Diplodocus, why I like the Diplodocus exhibit so much is that it's different. It's a very different thing to anything else we have in the park currently, because I feel like with Minecraft Dinosaurs especially, it's really easy to kind of do the same thing over and over again, because that's just what you do. But then it's fun to do projects like this, where you do something completely different that you don't normally do, and I just love when it actually works and kind of comes together really well. Because I think this is going to be really interesting, because it's the first exhibit I think I've ever really done where the pathway goes straight through the exhibit instead of, like, you know, around it, which should be pretty cool. Because I mean, it's different than like a viewing platform and stuff like that. So yeah, a couple other things I guess I'll mention. We're gonna obviously have the the Megalania over there. Although we have a big lake here, maybe we could put some sort of aquatic creature in. We don't really have one. Maybe I'll figure something out we can do there. Maybe we can make it another lake, like we have over by the other stuff, or by the Dinosaurs, right? Yeah. And then obviously, I think I might actually just connect the fence up this side, and that'll kind of be more of the same. And then I'm probably gonna tear out all the pathways I've kind of made over on this side that are all 1 block wide, as I kind of figure out what the exact exhibit dimensions are gonna be, how I'm building the exhibits, how that's all gonna look when it's finished. I think the only other thing I'm kind of thinking about right now is kind of how the terrain in the center is gonna look, and then what we're gonna put in the center. Part of me was thinking about putting an animal in the center, part of me is thinking don't. And then another part of me is thinking, you know, just leave it as natural terrain instead of putting a building or an exhibit there. Anyway, I feel like I've rambled on quite enough. Yeah, so that's this for now. So hopefully I'm gonna do a bit more work, try and finish off the fences, kind of get the whole area fenced off. After that, I'm going to finish filling in the lakes and all the sand and all that, kind of finishing off the exhibit. And then after that, we should be able to get our Elasmotheriums in. Oh, we've got a couple of last things to do, I just realized. Well, I do have more quagga embryos, actually, because I didn't realize how big the exhibit was, and it's fairly massive. And I feel like we could definitely fit more quaggas in, because the exhibit's bigger than like our Stegosaurus exhibit, and that kind of blows my mind. But I do have some biofossils analyzed, so we're gonna head back that way. Oh, this is pretty. I think it looks kind of cool to have the water be a bit more clear. Whoops. I was kind of trying to look over. Oh, there's a platypelodon there. Hello. Also, I may have updated my map mod. And I realized this before I started recording, so I haven't really been back over there yet. But I updated my map mod, which removed all my waypoints. So we have to quickly run all the way over to the laboratory to drop these biofossils in. So sorry about that. Oh, okay. I think this looks really cool. I think, oh man, I actually like the more clear water, because especially for like, here, I mean, you still can't see the bottom of the river, but, oh, that's kind of cool. And it gives you a much better view of the sarcos while they swim, I think. Oh, that's awesome. I actually really, really like that. Oh, that's cool. And it looks all right with this too. Yeah, I like it. Maybe we'll add a bit more color into it later. You know, it'll kind of just depend on what happens. Also, I know people haven't always been the biggest fan of me running around the park, but I do like doing it from time to time because there's things I forget we've worked on and stuff we haven't seen in like 10 or 20 episodes sometimes. And, you know, I do like coming back and giving it a look-see and being like, oh, wow, this is awesome. Speaking of which, the Adaphosaurs, oh, well, that won't even happen probably by episode 100, will it? I don't know, I guess it depends how long that whole Ice Age area takes. But I've been really looking into moving the Adaphosaurs recently, and I guess we'll see if I get around to doing that. I mean, it's obviously part of a long list of projects we're gonna work on. Anyway, sorry, I've rambled on long enough for this clip, so I'm gonna go get that stuff done. We'll come back, check the DNA, show you guys what's been finished, and get the Elasmotheriums in. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, guys, we're back, and oh dang. I've just realized I forgot something very important, and that was putting cows in the exhibit. We're gonna have to get some cows. It's a bit of an adventure, it'll be fun. Anyway, we're back in the laboratory because I had to grab the Elasmotherium embryos. We got 5 of them, because I think that should be a good number. And I realized we had DNA, so... I mean, it's been like 2 days since I put it in there. No, a day? I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a long time since I put it in there, so let's see what we got. Bum! Nautilus, Liopleurodon, Spino, Henotis, Megalograptus, Diplocalus, 2 Ornitholestes. Ooh. Any Diplodocus? No. Dang, that Diplodocus continues to evade us. Oh, we got another Adaphosaurus. How much Adaphosaurus DNA do I have? That's an interesting question. Oh, it's also, as you can see, I had about 20-something, 24, I think, culture vats left in my storage room, and I placed all of them. Yeah, I did that. I'm not really sure how good of an idea that was, but it was an idea. Anyway, oh yeah, Pteranodon does go in here, okay. Adaphosaurus. All right, we're up to 5 Ornitholestes. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. Okay, aside from like the new creatures like Pseudopodi, Ornitholestes, Arthropleura, Adaphosaurus, right? Aside from the new animals, we have so much of everything else. When am I gonna put 26 Deinonychus in? We're 28 Therizinosaurs? What the heck? Why do I have so much of those ones? Like, come on, game, give me the ones I want. We also have 23 Liopleurodon. How many ichthyosaurs do we have? 20, okay. I'm at least happy we have a ton of ichthyosaurs, because ichthyosaurs are good. Ichthyosaurs are cute, and I want many of them. Because they're adorable. And I don't really have anything else to say. They're literally the best marine animal just because they are adorable, and they make cute noises. And yes, that's all the justification I need. Where did I put leads? In this one? Okay, I've got 9 in here. I don't have my elytra. Where did I put that? It may actually still be in my my shulker boxes. I still didn't set up teleports, did I? No, I didn't. What? Okay, it disappeared for a second, but, well, I wasn't expecting that to happen. This is why we kill all the pigs, people. This is why we kill all of the pigs. Oh my gosh, it literally just freed the Stegosaurus. Die. Okay, buddy. Oh, I can. Oops. No. You're gonna come with me. Okay, we're gonna head back through here. All right, there we go. Okay. No more Stegosaurs escaping out of the enclosure. Good, Stegosaurs. Good. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that to happen. I don't think I've had many dinosaurs. Well, actually, never mind. I have had several dinosaur escapes recently. I mean, we have one Gallimimus out there. I still haven't put it back in the cage, mostly because it's over where I'm planning on keeping them anyway, so might as well just leave it. But the Arthropleura got out again. Because I think so did another Meganeura. Basically, the annoying thing with fossils is, as soon as they fixed the bug that made the dinosaurs suffocate, they introduced a new bug, which means they'll just glitch through blocks. Which is, I'm sure, how I lost some of my Sarcos, because we used to have like 7 and now we have 4. But I mean, I think I saw another Meganeura escape. The Arthropleura keeps getting out. I don't know what's happening, but yeah. Something does, and it's rather bothersome in all honesty. Yeah, you can see Mark just sitting right there. I haven't put him back in the enclosure yet, mostly because it's kind of difficult to get insects back in. They don't really follow you, so it's a bit difficult. Maybe we could just take the horses? I think I could actually use the horses, and I've already got leads on them. Oh, I don't have enough horses. Let's see if there's cows. Oh, but yeah, I need to show off the actual exhibit, don't I? Oh my gosh, why is the exhibit just... Oh my goodness, I need to shrink them down a bit, don't I? But this is our brand new Elasmotherium exhibit. I haven't put the railings on the fence yet, or on the walkway yet, but as you can see, we got a lot of space over here. Lots and lots and lots of space. I might need to get my axe, because I think I'll need to chop some fences, because there's at least one pig, I guess? There's not really many animals over here, are there? Well, there's one pig in the exhibit. We've got some horses. You know what? We'll just take the horses over. That should work quite well. Anyway, yeah, so like I've said, I'm gonna kind of do all like the interior decorations probably in like over 2 episodes and just kind of do all of them at once. Because, to be honest, that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like that's gonna be the most fun for me, is just kind of doing all of them together, because that saves me a bit more time as well, because instead of just, you know, having to, you know, worry about getting all of the stuff done, I can just kind of do it all in one big bout, and then it's just, you know, I don't need to slowly go through each exhibit. Well, I think I've already talked enough about this. Anyway, all right, so this is gonna be a weird thing. All right, so we should bring him over to wherever that pig was, right? The pig was up here. All right. I've just realized, I mean, I feel like it's probably gonna be less of a problem than I think it is. Well, I don't even know if it will be. We'll see. Oh, okay, so you still have a lead attached to you? Yes, okay, so now we just plop, 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 plop. All right, now get away from the fence so we don't like kill the babby. No, what are you doing? I said get away from the fence. Don't look at the other pig. No, 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 no. Your brain cells are indicative of, let me just look at that face. There's not much going on in there. There's nothing going on inside that head. It's just like a void. Okay, there you go. Good. Good job, Piggy. You did a good move. Pregnant horse. All right. And in 3, 2, 1. Hey, I actually got that pretty perfectly. All right, there we go. All our little Elasmotheriums. We have a female, a female, a male, a male, and a male. So 3 males, 2 females. All right. But I think 5 should be good enough for now. I mean, you know, this exhibit's massive, it really is. But I think 5 should be okay, because I mean, these things are about the same size as the mammoth when fully grown. Obviously, it like looks ridiculous right now to have. It's kind of like the Diplodocus, because the Diplodocus looks ridiculous at the moment, because they're so tiny right now that the exhibit just seems so massive. It's like, why would I build an enclosure that big for that small of an animal? But obviously, we know they're gonna get bigger, so they'll look better when they're larger, when they grow up a bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm really liking the idea for this whole area. I think it's gonna be really awesome when it's finished. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the side railing. I don't know if I'm going to do that idea anymore. It's still kind of in the works. Kind of thinking about what might look good, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. We finally got our Elasmotheriums in. I realize now for you guys, it's probably been 20 minutes or less and they're in, but this has been so much work for me, like so much clearing and filling. Oh, and someone suggested was a biome wand mod, and I honestly might do that to get rid of all these weird plotches of grass, because we go from like a plains biome to a river to a roofed forest. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see these guys grow up. It's gonna be awesome to see all that. Next episode, what are we gonna work on for next episode? I don't really know. Let's see. So what do we have for this area? We have Smilodon. Although the Smilodon may be going up in the mountains, I haven't quite decided yet. So I guess the 3 terror birds, the Megalania. Is there any? I feel like there's another animal I'm forgetting. I feel like there's another animal. I don't remember though. Anyway, I guess. So the advantage of terror birds is I think the terror birds are going over here somewhere. The advantage of the Megalania is that Megalania literally is just going over here, because Megalania is somewhat gonna connect up to. There's gonna be a pathway coming down from the mammoth enclosure that goes to the Megalania and links back into this. So Megalania could be a good one to go with. Could also not be a good one to go with. It'll kind of depend and see. I'm glad I'm doing this style of fencing for the whole area, because once again, like I've said, I love theming, and I love how this whole area is going to be so well themed together. Like we've got the one type of tree, we got the fence type down. Like it's going to be super cool when it's finished. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed, and hope you're looking forward to seeing what we do next episode, whichever animal I end up choosing. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, see ya.